this agent too.
So fast. Up the gut towards the map. Picking up the orbs. It's going to be the goal. A bit of emphasis placed as well onto the extremities, but only Forsaken to contain some of it. Jorgum over to Jiggle Peak. There's no way he's gone for this many shots and repeated attempts at that. Goodness me, man.
Trying to draw out as much utility as possible here. They don't have the Killjoy, they don't have Snake Bites. This is a very weak C site.
Trailblazer combined with the Boombot. All being utilized together here. A couple of detonations, but the Nano Swarm delays them. Over the top, it's going to be Dizzy. Paranoia used in response to it. Cage cuts them up though on... Well, KG, they managed to swarm into position, left up to just Jing. It's a solo player here towards the back of the side, and yeah, he might have a frenzy, but that's a little...
And then relying on the Paranoia too to just delay. And look at the pathing here, going into their own cages in order to apply...
Waffling about. The right click, 2 right clicks, 1 left click.
I believe it's like...
It's the faster fire rate, right, with a classic?
I think the idea is you put out as much DPS as possible, but it's a joke, I'm sure, to do with him trying to teach somebody else on the team how to use the classic most effectively.
Okay. Deep push position for Jorgamo. He's pulled down to util, hasn't he? Just with his presence. Even the wingman, that's a flash repeat, but my God, he almost pays for it. Damage. Definitely done. Backs away for the heal.
They're getting their money's worth out of Ethan's heal, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's 2 rounds in a row.
Trailblazer's now going to be used around us minute mark, so grabs that info. Collection of players.
And this looks like Boostio is going to dive through the door if it's a C hit.
It's going to be slow going though. They're already onto the side themselves. Paranoia right into the corner. They're all grouped up right to the side and jumping right clicks, doing some form of work. And they have managed to get themselves into the back of the side, but Ethan's covering the back angle along with Boostio. Is that slow siege and squeeze. Denying
Boostio's going to be able to get them all. They're very attack-sided.
Using util to clear through into rubble.
Jing, however. Look at Jing just making a beeline for the ult orb.
He's hunting for it, the showstopper. There's nothing to stop him from picking it up. Just a bit of poking and prodding. The rest of EG are exploring deep into mid here. Forsaken was the one who's left to really contain that. A deeper push through. The A side's going to be gained for them, and Gathered now pushed up towards the deeper angles. Again, back pit, another fight to be taken. Forsaken so low, the damage to the wall is just spotted. Still Boostio. Lay it down. Going to be able to finally take him out. Yes, they are.
Mind Freak not caught by the Trailblazer. Able to take down Jorgamo, and it's only Ethan left to stand. Jing got the ult orb one way or another, and the rest of Paper X having a very clean round. EG not able to win the bonus of both pistols that they've had in this match. Kind of tracks where they've been at towards the latter end of this tournament. That's not been their biggest strength, although it looked like it was going to catapult them to stardom at the start of Masters Tokyo.
So the gun's guarded. Ethan just opting into saving, grouped up towards A. And again, same util used, disrespecting. Over towards Rubble and Ruins. Just the satchels at work, and it's easy to clear the way out. There's going to be the door switch tapped.
Within 10 seconds.
Little door being broken on top of it. Gathering space and time here, seeing if they can take the fight to Boostio. Well, it is traded. Bit laboured, bit strained.
It's a good trade, but there goes the ult.
Yeah, ult going to be missing. Trailblazer to set this one up as well, spamming right down that angle. Com almost collecting a kill. They've gained space onto the site. With Boostio falling, all that util is faded. Ethan, he knows he's being pushed. Page in his face, Forsaken just trying to get out of there. It's getting awkward. Man's still going to go down. Get themselves into the post-plant situation. This flank, it's occurring as well. It's Mind Freak versus Jorgamo. It's an important one. It's going to define quite a bit. Where the rest of his team puts the squeeze on. Mind Freak collects that kill. It's going to remove all the danger from one of the extremities. Ethan, good adjustment with the aim, yet it's on point. It's on fire.
Fight and halting EG's momentum. As soon as Boostio dies early, he's not the first death, but the second, it just opens the door to B. They can't play B retake very well because of the operator investment.
Heavy buy, and now they're seeking a clash and a skirmish now. This time trying to put the hurt on a team that has just been taking this space for free. Paper X meet their match in one capacity. CGRS falling, but it is again evened out. Suspect shown even more, just right past the Viper wall. Jing is not afraid of it. Now here comes the showstopper, combined with the neural theft. Demon 1 up in the air, skipping right around the side. His position was popped out from the neural theft, the second pop of it. And Jing is just so damn confident, this guy.
For him on map 1 to map 2, individual form really got swinging. And if you wanted a warm-up map, if you felt like... So now the operator, the Odin, come back out again. Similar kind of setup.
Players matching him though. That's a satchel play and a peek from Demon 1. He does land it. Jorgamo fully blinded up, jumping into the wall like a broken AI. It's gonna be met though, trying to offset it still. What a reaction and what a flick from Demon 1 still. Someone below him, he does not adjust the aim. It's not there in time, so 3 players left standing here for PaperX. Boostio, the timing through the smoke, he's facing the opposite way. He was waiting for the flash timing, potentially hearing that util being used. Spam into the wall here, Com. Almost getting punished for it, but now backing away, realizing he has to save it. That full investment once more. Can't go another round where you just lose all your guns.
And PaperX are punishing EG for going for these early pieces of aggression. Potter talked about how important it was that they just allowed PaperX to play the game into them. And it feels like at the start of these rounds, EG are trying to make something happen. Round 1 and 2, Jorgamo was peeking out into C-Mound and getting slightly punished, small amounts of damage, but not giving away a kill. There, he tries to do the same kind of thing to set up Demon 1 with the operator, but got full flash and just ended up walking into a wall. I know the EG guys were...
Demon 1 was truly doing the most here. Trying to stop all the aggression that was coming his way, some nasty kills, but yeah, just couldn't quite find the right timing with that one.
Massive amounts of value out of, and one that most teams will not have anything prepared to deal with.
Just the one snake bite launched. Sailed all the way through. Come on the double doors. So you're waiting for an orb tap. There it is. Trying to track it all over the place, almost claiming a kill here as the door rotates open. The door gets tagged. Oh. There's no punish. Already players though in his face, right up in the open with the flash. It sets up Divine nicely for a cheeky little 2-piece. Thresh from the back. Seeker's going to be earned. Ethan already, though, has taken up the front section of the entirety of the site yet. Okay, brought down.
Boostio's got a rifle, and Mindfreak wants to take this fight. PaperX have still got to be careful not to throw it away.
Jing. Shutting down that approach from the extremity. They know where Boostio is. The nade, yeah, forces him out into the open.
Clean.
Good.
Right now. EG with only the pistol and the follow-up. And once more, catching EG's players flashed. Obviously, 5 to 10 seconds.
Nothing to stop him. Cage, flash. Cuts up the angles, Ethan.
And look, now they're using even less utility because they know that EG aren't contesting it.
Cam deep, Boostio's tagged, Paranoia. They want to chase down this kill. Forsaken is eager for it. Already, what a shot! Reaction to that one, adjustments. Just the micro movements of the mouse. Have to give him the kill. Com. He's left to try and hold back. Again, this unrelenting pressure. He knows that there's a team building up behind him. Noise cut as well. Makes it feel like they could have just been walking themselves into B, but now as the door opens up, Trailblazer through along with a showstopper. Vulnerable up. Okay, Com deals with the first piece, but are already into the side. Out wide, Mindfreak wins his fight. Ethan towards the back, and he has claimed 2. Brought them down to their knees. Blinded up though, Jorgamo. He's opened up wide, and this is an adjustment made still. The spike is out in the open.
And Ethan knows it.
Yeah. He's given up the space. Playing together now. Him and Demon 1 can hear the tap of the plant.
Spike planted.
Neural theft back online. That's Forsaken. Again, doing damage and doing work. It's going to be spotting out these players. So they want to go for a play here. Devi is close to the flash. He backs away. Playing together now. Knowing that they doubled up. Dashed. Breaks up. One of the crosshair placements and sight lines. They know that Forsaken's up onto Heaven, and they pick the timings just well enough, but maybe Demon 1 can do something with this. Only the one foul and Devi.
Flash out in order to make that round back in their favor. Bit of a missed input there from Jing. He threw another blast pack, stopped him from being able to shoot the showstopper, and offered Ethan a chance to win the round. But it's the Sky on the other.
Got a feeling. No breaks in the play, no pauses here. Straight out the replay within the first 5 seconds, already some action. It's the mound control. Taken up. Trailblazer and Boombot, again, used together. Com's going to be using a snakebite to try and push them back once more, but saw that util cleaving through. It's forced a ton of rotations, and now they work their way over towards B. EG growled into the corner onto one of the extremities. Cage to get them in and cross up. Again, a potential sightline where somebody could be there. Jing, have you overstepped your boundaries? It's the 1-2 punch with the rest of his team, and they have toppled down. It's 3 versus 3. Divide. Left to hold down that mound control, so there's no attempt at the flank, but the lockdown is in play. And do they have anything to break this one? It doesn't look likely. Have to give it up. Can't play this one together.
Serious opportunity for EG.
The positioning now of these players, it should be more predictable. Smoke onto the defuse. Boostio should be granted half. Mindfreak has found the first. Half onto the defuse. Time has been bought. Here onto Heaven, though. They collapse.
CGRS with only his second kill of the map, being able to find a timing past Demon 1, who was instructed to keep providing those cloudburst covers for the player on the defuse. EG can't figure out how to play the defense. They can't find a feel for the tempo. They keep getting punished early.
But potentially that lack of practice, swapping around the composition, a bit last minute. Gonna be hurting for that practice, that scrim time here. Forsaken seeking to, again, disrespect, just drag that util out of them, but Mindfreak does fall. Forsaken, no. He's not happy to give anything up, is he? He's alone when he's taking these fights.
Yeah, he's going to be so aggressive on the lurk in these kind of situations. Mindfreak went for something hyper-aggressive too. There was pressure towards A and C, so he decided just to go in on B through the Killjoy utility.
Deeper's jump spot, that baits in the push from Forsaken.
And this is going to be so hard to play without your smokes.
Alarmbot notifying them. Nade clears it out again. Familiar play that we've seen once before. Demon 1. He's going to do so much here. Showstopper from Jing out into the open. Misses the rocket wide. CGRS. Plan from the wingman. Dodging of the flash towards the back of the side. He's claimed the first. 2 more to deal with. Spike planted. Demon 1.
Almost a pre-fire, it was that quick.
God almighty. No time to react to that.
So EG finally get their first gun round on the board. It's still worrying for EG how they're holding on to door control. Mindfreak going for an over-aggressive play in B, realizing that they were relying on the...
2 rounds left and a half, 2 more chances.
This is another round where CGRS has the Thrash online. And this one's a major tool. It is so difficult to deal with, especially on a map like Lotus, where there's 3 sites and you tend to be more split up. Good luck spraying that shark down.
200 HP, difficult target to chew through. So pause in the play once more. Contacting, it's the name of the game. One-way smoke, but now eventually with the util brought back online, here's a nade over the top with the showstopper. Not quite the showstopper, but the satchels at least to take up all of that space and ground. Jorgmo was trying to TP onto the high ground to see if he can get a bit of a punish, but a bit of a whiff. And Spike has been planted, so into the post plan we go with PaperX. Couple of layers to it. Jing's going to be the first one to receive, and well, look at that, shut down immediately.
He looks so sharp.
Towards the back of the site, can they remove him? They can indeed, but they have so much more to get through. Towards the connector, Bustio's doing a decent job of things. He's already found his way onto the site, into the connector. He goes, half of the defuse, sticking it through. Bustio, he will not be denied, and EG.
Now for EG. Take a look at this replay. Here he is, coming through for the punish on Jing, and then just drops down, deletes CGRS. Gets on the defuse. And it's not the spot. Same defensive setup.
Yeah, that early Odin spam on the attack side. You can see that line of sight. The fire rate as well. Demon 1's dropped down. Has to return back for the heal. Can't play the early aggressive angle here. And now you're setting up for CGRS with the ult. Fresh in his hands. Unleash now, paving the way to try and take this side up. But already lots of players grouped up. EG, 3 of them. It's PaperX who want to try and take it in a different direction. Good paranoia. Cuts its way across, no kill to be claimed. Spike still planted again. It's not a good spot for it, really. You can't really spam from this angle. Seeker's in his face. Com, well, he's granted it. Near side, it does not matter. Judge in hand. Shotguns versus shotguns. And Com claiming 2. Towards the side now. Needs to be a fight taken. Good trade, but Demon 1 is instantly there. He's low, though. Has to back away. Someone has to get on his defuse. It's Ethan facing away. Back to the wall. Spam onto the corner. Will he go down? Will he fall? He will not. It's covered in time, and EG.
Ridiculous fashion these final 3 rounds. The Seeker caught Com inside the smoke. And yet, there's no way Jing is expecting him to still be in there, pushing forwards with a judge. Actually, something that CGRS has been great at. Another pistol. They went 1 for 1 on map 1. And here, it could be all the difference made with this round.
Potential for EG to drag it even. Paperex, though, they'd love to have a chance and an answer back here. Cam's going to be spotting them. Tap onto the plan. In fact, full committal as well. Nade being used, Dizzy in their face. Nobody can see a bloody thing. And somehow, it's Mindfreak who comes out with the kill. Lots of damage being done. An attempt now and a call to flood right back out of this one. Com joining with the rest of his team. Got this crossfire set up. Mindfreak has opened up the door, and inside the smoke he has hunted out and sniffed out. Ethan is there. Wingman to the side, seeking to defuse. Demon One has to try and put the pressure out. He has to swing wide to try and break this one, but he cannot claim a kill in time. And Paperex.
This round, CGRS combos the Dizzy with the flash excellently to put pressure on people as the plant is going down. Then he's picking up kills, and he makes things almost impossible in competitive Valorant and pushing it right to the top. They're making a tournament run with a Gecko 1 trick.
Yep.
This is absurd. And it looks good.
You'll be seeing teams experiment, Josh. Listen, don't get too carried away.
We saw teams experiment. To me, that's one of the wildest parts. We saw teams try to run the Gecko and they failed.
Yeah.
Early on in the season.
I was mainly talking about the idea of running 5 content creators on a team.
Oh,
and
right.
playing it at pro level. Let's not give Sentinel any more ideas, but...
they'd love that.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly would.
All right, so once more, both teams go 1 for 1 in pistols. And that's one of those strengths that I talked about for EG at the beginning of this tournament. It made them look utterly unstoppable.
Grouped up, gathered up. Trying to work their way into the side, smoke in their face. And with the Bulldog, it's all clean.
Oh. Just going to throw his orb down, at least to give him an opportunity to return back to A in the round.
Yeah.
See where he wants to play.
One way in a boombox to set it up, smoked across, and a flash in the face of Mindfreak. He has to get out. Gives up the angle. It's 2 trips to play off of.
So Com's going to take this orb. Those trips are going to be dangerous in this half. We saw teams try and run the raise to be able to break those. Satchels, so useful. Demon One's going to have a little bit of a tough time, and especially if Com decides to do something like pit into C, those could be a big issue.
It's all been slowed down around the minute mark. Line up for a bit of global pressure, so this Trailblazer and a Snakebite, it's going to fake like they're taking it over towards A. The goal of this is to pull rotations back over towards that area of the map. It gives up C ever so slightly, but I mean, Mindfreak's not taking the bait. Jing looks like he wanted to, he's backing away, but again, now he's playing back towards C, still holding this paranoia, and here it is. Sails through, vulnerable duck in his face, TP's back out again. An idea and approach, these trips, will anybody be able to play off of it? Satchel to the side, it is latching onto them still. It's brute force, it's the name of the game for EG. Get themselves in, and the pit is down at their feet. Ethan covering the fire just as it blooms, an attempt, a chance, but Forsaken, only the one.
And I believe they're planted outside the pit there. Maybe I miss Zor.
Well, maybe a chance for them. Tavai is low though, can't quite get the crosshair on the target. Tavai revealing his position, bit of spam into the corner. 8 bullets left with the Bulldog. Just an impossibility with the Viper's pit in his face.
God,
look
what
at
a
that gap
setup.
as well with the pit. I mean, there's a slightest gap there for Boostia to play in. Com, adjustment, a flick to the side.
30 seconds left.
Little gaps where they know how to support each other, how to be able to play in the post. Paperex love getting aggressive in these kind of spots.
Making a go of it. So hard to try and punish a player.
They didn't
Spot,
realize.
though.
They
Yeah.
didn't know that Boostio was around the corner. If Jing had known, that nade is going through and they are blast packing onto him almost 10 times out of 10, I think.
So Boostia is able to escape. The damage being done to him, just the turret being broken. Nice mid-rounding from EG. Breaking a lot of the util. Cam was spotted out as well, which was broken. Dragging players over towards C, while the rest of the team now work and set their sights onto A.
And Ethan one away from his ultimate. With a little bit of A control, they might be able to grab some Seekers. that would put enormous pressure on CGRS.
Door's broken, Trailblazer leads it in. This makes it feel like, I mean, it feels like they're almost just going into B, but
It might bait CGRS to push through the smoke.
still waiting. This smoke's surely going to be fading in any moment now. Yeah, the timer, the internal timer, CGRS's head, but Orb gain. Seekers pushing forwards. Boostio, he fell in the middle of all of this. He was lurking out towards the back line. Demon 1 is there. Takes care of CGRS, the lone player, onto the site. Plant starting to go down. Let's see how this post-plant gets played.
Forsaken's just missed his cam, I think. He was trying to use it to clear out comm, or at least to give him some information.
Forsaken feels like there could be a player lurking through the main choke. It's an important fight to take. 3 players of PaperX roofed up now. Here's Forsaken through, does not expect it, so taken care of. And now, the entirety of EG can set their sights towards the back of the site. Nade sails over the top. Devi finds the first onto just comm. Satchel plays in, but time is starting to run really short here. Demon 1 still locking it down from the tree. Angle flash in their face. Backed around. Satchels. Full collapse.
Down into the dumps. This exec off the Seekers worked very nicely. They increased the tempo, and in prior rounds, they faked A control for them in a couple of maps. Talk about unlikely heroes stepping up.
And here's an adjustment. 4 players to meet them. Take control of A. Mosh pit clears around. I mean, you can't disrespect that piece of utility. You will be falling. They've earned that area of the map quite early. In fact, they've completely given up C. But they are on a half buy, so it's a good time to take risks like that. Maybe we'll see the adjustments as well that they were making towards the next one when they've got the money to buy up the guns. Chance of a timing. Forsaken with the Sheriff, who will grant him a sightline. Boostio, he's eager for it. The opportunity and chance.
And Con was trying to backstab these B players that were opening the door. Now he's getting crunched.
Yeah, he's the one who's going to be squeezed. Can't lose his rifles, can't give this one over. This is a little bit precarious. Right through, vulnerable. Nope, spams down 2. Enough damage done. CGRS, he holds it down, but there was help on the way. Ethan.
Very versatile ultimate.
The beginning of this round, though, is going to be a quick dash towards the side of Rubble. With a flash over the top to supplement. Gives him that space towards A. Deep dart as well. Boostio, he was tagged up. Plenty of time, apparently, to adjust your aim enough and brings down Mindfreak. So, into the front of the site we go for EG. Clearing this one out. They don't know if the back of the site is compromised. Still going to have to potentially clear that one up, but just giving it up for now. Plant's going to go down. Nothing to dissuade it. Forsaken on the high ground. Not the best weapon for the job, is it, with the Odin? He's aiming for the heads, but almost gets taken down in response. And here's Thrash. You might start to see it really pay off here. Any sort of detainment will be nice. Spam onto the corner. Ethan, he brings down Jing, but detained. So, 1-for-1 trade. Players posted up. Far back angles. How do they approach this one with the defuse? They still have the wingman. Possibly get themselves onto it. That is beautiful. The Neuro Theft, it sets them up in the paper mache walls. They fall to pieces. Odin spam on top.
It's them the opening into the site. And then the spam off the Neural Theft is... It's PaperX to a T.
Yeah, that is
It's
delightful.
unusual, you don't think about it. Who else is playing Cypher on this map?
Right there.
Beautiful stuff. As he found one and then got caught.
See how surprised Ethan was at that. Gotta brush it off though in these big moments. Here we go. Fight taken with the flash and a nade. Pushing them back once they realize that mound control, oh, it's not quite there. And the Blade Storm's sailing right over the head. Is Mindfreak still alive? Him and Devi making it a painful exit. EG left scampering.
Uncommon failure immediately. Potter's gonna instant call attack timeout after this. Because getting caught by a trap play like that, I think is unacceptable for EG.
One enemy remaining.
Those kind of plays where they're off sound, alt orb tap, something
In
like...
with his Gecko knowledge here, and now PaperX up to 11.
Boostio's gone for an attacking operator to try and deal with what PRX are up to.
It's interesting. How's he going to clear this close corner? Because look, it's CGRS. He's posted up deep onto Rubble.
I mean, this is exactly where the Snakebite lineup goes if Com wants to send one in.
They do have util to clear it. At least the lineup in the back mines, we've seen Com use it.
There's actually more of an aggressive fight happening over at C. Jing, full blind, still holding W, tucking himself into the corner.
He does not care. Look at the disrespect being shown. He does not care. Tanking 2 of the flashes. TP across, setting it up with a jump spot. Devi looking for that information. Punish with the attack side up, so finally revealed.
And that'll be a surprise for PaperX too. The operator coming out.
Not expecting it.
Where are EG going with this? 45 seconds. It's time for a lockdown, and it looks like they're going to take B control.
Lockdown, door opens up, an attempt to try and punish this one. There's a fight being taken as well, punishing it all over towards Mound. Jing is there. He's gonna hold on, shots right through the wall. Lockdown's gonna be getting off here. Fight needs to be won, backing away with the satchels. No players detained, and the site is theirs. Viper's Pit, drop through. Wallbang spam angles. They got lineups on lineups for days, but Demon One will put down any sort of funny business with the very funny gun. No chance in hell. Demon One is ripping off heads and taking names off the list, isn't he? Single-handedly making this one winnable.
It's a great game plan from EG too. Looked like CGRS was going to be difficult for them to deal with over by Rubble. They just ignore him completely. I like the patience too that EG demonstrated in this round. Jing was a constant problem for them. And so they dealt with all of the supportive elements and have left Jing until... It's nice. It gets EG up to 9. But Paper X is still in control of this map.
For most of this map, it's felt like there's just been that 2-round deficit. You think back to the half as well, when it was 7-5, it's just been carried all the way forwards.
For Devi over on the C site, not going to be contested early. Instead, the clash at Rubble.
Oh my!
And it's Boostio's up that comes out on top.
It's a flash over the top that was not detted. CGRS was trying to play anti-flash, that's why it's back towards all of them. Trip's gonna be cleared
Sacrificial
out.
Trailblazer just goes to take the trip. And now that forces Paper X to go for info peaks.
Not what you want to do when you're up against the operator.
Not at all. Boostio's on such an aggressive, risky angle here, though.
Man. I mean, he spots it, and there it is. Another one for the collection. Out in the open, though, he had util in his hands, and the cage cut him up from the rest of his team. There was no follow-up. Forsaken tucks himself into the corner.
No way.
Into the box. Is this going to get cleared? Some level of foresight. It's there, and a re-swing. Spammable through the box. Demon One dashes forwards. Maybe not intended. Chocobo, he's got his back. Coverage in the moment. 40 seconds in the round. Plenty of time to take a breather, but they opt to take the spike and get the plant anyway. It's Devi left in that 1v2.
Giving away his position with the flash.
Yeah, and he's only got the op to do it. Smoke in his face. Paranoia. Sensory deprivation. Doesn't know where they are. Silent drop down. Still contacting. I don't think they saw him cross here, but there's so much to watch for. Yeah, Devi's got util, but does he choose to use it? Ult popped off.
Clearing back
through into the back. It's pinged out. I think they know the Devi's here. Tap onto it. It's a weird plant location. Door rotates. He hears it. The footsteps perfectly soundbaiting. Perfectly not
territory. Not impossible. But ever since Boostio has gotten this operator online, EG have found
one enemy remaining.
Victories out of it. I think it tames Boostio.
10 to 11.
That's close. That's trying to catch Mind Freak on the jiggle.
More than dangerous. Boostio's like, I think I'll take this. Okay.
While facing away to dodge any kind of trap flash setup. Though having said that, not as good against a Paranoia, which is frequently used in that kind of position.
Just the stingers. Maybe a rifle for CGRS. Deep flash, they know that nobody's tucked behind the box.
And Boostio's going around the map, hoovering up the ult orbs.
And one more left to gain. This game plan, you've got to be aware of it, but I don't think Paper X really have any of the tools, high pen weapons to try and do damage to it. Could be aware of this one, though. Look at this lineup. Where's this one going to land? Mosh pit.
I mean, it looks like it could be on... I don't know. I mean,
yeah, not too sure.
It can't be on the ult orb. It must be for Rubble. But where's the contact for that?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Here's Dizzy. Information gathered. That collects onto a cacophony of players. All grouped up. Beautiful work. And they have absolutely turned EG into mincemeat.
We were wondering how on earth they were going to stop EG from picking up that final ult orb, and I've never seen a play like that.
Yep, Dizzy through the tiniest of margins, over the top, into the ceiling. Mind Freak. He's got to put a stop to this one. Smoke lets them cross in. Paranoia up. There's no real time to play with. Through the smoke, Comstall lands the shot, but where is the spike? It's in his hands, and he needs to plant it now.
He's just saved them.
Time running so damn short, but I think they've just got enough to extend it. Brought it into it. Yeah, here's the post plant. Ob's still in the hands of Demon One. Here's another one. right for him, pushing deep into the spawn now, over the top, over the heads, Dizzy, lands Jing, he hasn't spotted it, ships in the night, Commerce lurks right behind them, and they are none the wiser, clearing out everything. I cannot believe it. It's planted for him, a tap, he knows it. Com may have just made a massive play. One to save the map, a tap onto it, misses the shot, no bullets! Has to go for the reload, another tap forcing it, Snakebite doesn't know if it connects, has to be a wide face, half onto the defuse, it's shut down! But my God, what a chance!
That's what really seals this round. What on earth is this? Dizzy combo with Flash, they open the door, wingman out, players pushing through the breakable door, which was softened up earlier on.
Yeah, that's what 1,000 hours of Gecko looked like.
One ult orb, two ult orbs, you know he's going A.
This is it, precipice for the map. Paper X, only one step away, out in the open, Booster does not know which way to stand.
And that's the lockdown gone.
Yep.
Made to look silly, foolish by Paper X.
And they left scrambling into the sight lines, divide with the operator, straight down mid. It's EG that are being picked apart here, looking for any available option. You go one way, it's an operator, you go the other way. It's a Cypher setup. Cross-section of wires in the traps. All you gotta do is drop down and you're gonna be punished. Showstopper around the side, Ethan's there, Jorgma forwards. Can they really make something of this? Trailblazer around the side, it catches onto Mindfreak, and of course the punish is there. How has this turned? No reactions inside Jorgmo. Taking matters into his own hands. For the map. They want to see the extension in play. CJRS pushing through the smoke. There's instant.
Knows that they've just absolutely robbed Paper X. Forsaken was in his cam watching all of this happen. How have those bullets gone through that wall to kill Jing? And then all of the aggression, proactivity coming out from Ethan's flag.
Chance has been slipped out of the fingers of Paper X. Could have been their map. Grouped up towards mid. They're going to seek to punish. Still the turret in their face. What are they waiting for? They hear the Trailblazer towards Mounds. There's nothing to push this one back, but still holding this paranoia. A ping onto the corner.
I mean, the traps have worked.
But what are they hunting for? Flash, wide face, and swing. It's collected. Well, it's just about landing.
And Com too slow. That one just taken off for timing. They were hoping to take contact early, didn't. Decide to re-clear it anyway.
What a way to get rewarded with one of the very few rifles you really had, maybe. There's a chance now. Big player advantage. The Demon one falling. A lot of the initiative that's going to be in this round is going to be taken away from them. You don't have your jet player.
It's not a disaster just yet. They have lockdown Seekers to work with.
There's the Seekers, Ethan. Trying to make this one feel like an A hit. Breaking through the door, following up behind it. It's not too much else pushed up behind. Only the Seekers, though. They have pulled players all the way into spawn. I mean, Paper X are just collected there. It's like the round's just begun, man. 30 seconds remaining, and it's the double back, the double fake. EG are running right into this one. It's being read by Paper X with the Seekers of their own. It's spelled out disaster. Lockdown. It has to be used to clear this one forwards. Plant. An opportunity and a chance to Saken. Seeking to take the timing, but he's going to be punished.
Com's holding their back.
All the way further, all the way back towards Rubble. Punishing onto the Vi. And here's the Thresh now. Has to try and get some sort of detainment, but it's a scattering of players. EG not giving him a glimpse, not giving him a chance. Two left standing here. No more rifles. Smoke's dropped down. Mindfreak seeking to clear through. Defuse started by the wingman, but no damage, not enough done. The shorties, they break it down. Half on a defuse, maybe an opportunity, but no.
In round 23, sorry. And then immaculate calling from Boostio. That is mastermind. He has, in every sense of the word.
Getting into OT. 12 to 12.
Cover going out.
EG need to pull off something ridiculous to even make it possible. Paper X.
This is a different setup, Brent. We talked about how EG adjusted their defense in order to start winning those 3 rounds at the end of the first half. Now Boostio's hard anchoring A with all of his Killjoy utility here. I don't think he did this once.
Double door here, Boostio's just trying to get his eyes on the traces. Bit of counter spam maybe in order, but no kills to be found, no damage either. The nanoswarms are already being cleared. It's the bait and switch, and they wait out the util. Here's a Sancho play. What is that? You can always count on Jing, and he has just broken apart the defense in the blink of an eye. Movement so clean, Jogamo seeking to deny, there's the plan, disrupted with 2 kills there, dodging off the showstopper. Nade at his feet, round to the corner, Jing will not let him get...
You can feel it, they are fired up for this.
Can't believe the movement here, I mean...
What an entry. Yo, what? I mean, it's 2 improbable entries, one after another. Just to break Paper X in.
Yeah, and no one's ready. One more chance.
Devi's got an op over at C. Their Sky player has bought an op in overtime.
Definitely a certified Paper X moment here. Cam tagging, hopping away here. Tom got to break away from the action. Here's a mosh pit. Wingman round to the side. That's a snake bite. Meant to try and push back this aggression. This time, everything is contained.
This time they're ready for it. The incredible Paper X trap ends up biting them instead.
Kills collected. Mindfreak pushing through the smoke though. Risks have to be taken. TP was heard, spamming into the smoke. Which direction did you really want to go in here though? See the diligence, just using that util against the box there, onto the close corners in case somebody was hiding.
They know the positioning of Mindfreak roughly. He gave it away with the paranoia about 5 seconds ago.
30 seconds left, Josh. They're going into B here, into the connector. Jing, he hasn't been dealt with. Still has a nade and a satchel. Jing, he's pushing forwards into them. He's taking a second kill away from. Satchel's still there. Nade on top, 20 seconds remaining. It has to be a quick pivot, but right into the arms and sightline of Mindfreak. Blinded up, does not matter. Still is the shots. Spike, drop behind the wall, time running short. Still only 12 seconds, Jogamo. He cleans him up. He's carving out a path. Maybe onto the site themselves. Com, he needs to get this plan down with only 5 seconds left. Brought down, stunned out. Com has to stick it. A rocket wall close. Jing is a monster.